Okay, hello, this is Tonram here, and today we're going to be doing some more things with this computer right here. Now, I have everything to this computer apart from the screen. I couldn't get the screen here either, but we got the VGA or DVI port, which, well, I don't have any, I only have a HDMI screen. So I bought a graphics card that has a HDMI output. It also has a SATA port. Wait, no, that's not a SATA port. That's some kind of other output. But we're going to try and fit this thing inside here now. It does fit inside these. So need to put it in the other way round. Oh no, okay. Oh, it does not fit. Oh. Oh no. Did I unpull something? Yes. Ooh, I don't know where this goes. There's only one spot it can really go, and that's there. Okay, good. You have to be careful on that one. Okay. This thing has a lot of things that things can get stuck on. But yes. This does not fit. Well, I guess we're not getting a screen after all. I've gotten another hard drive. I bought one. But this one has a SATA connection. And these only have IDEs. So, need to get a SATA cable. Plug that in like this. So that's the power. So yes, and then the SATA data cable right here. Come on, unstuck. Okay. There we go. And then we plug this into one of these. Which one's the slave? It's that one. So this one should go onto this here. Okay. There we go. So now then, we need to put this thing on this pile. And then plug it into one of these. Let's plug it into this here. There we go. Okay, now let's plug it all in. Okay, here is the power cable. I need to get an adapter for this. Okay, the power supply is upside down. Flip it upright in case something needs to be the right way up. Need an adapter. Ah, here it is. I ran out of adapters for the screen. But at least we can see it work. At least that's something. Alright, hopefully this doesn't explode. Okay. Let's see, which one is the thing? No. Everything's working. Okay, hard drive's working. I'll shoot down to the LEDs. So you've got the power LED and then the hard drive LED. And I don't have a thing for it, a HDMI, because I only have a HDMI thing. Well, let me see if the graphics card is rigged with any suspicious stuff. Oh wait, we have to plug the thing in. Well, then that would explain why the screen won't turn on. Okay. Wait, Xbox 360 just turned on. Turn it off. Okay. Oh yes. We need the HDMI. Oh. So if the graphics card right here starts spinning when I plug the thing in, it is rigged with a fakery thing. Okay, it is not. Nice. Now then. So we're going to take that graphics card back. And I also got on RAM for the gaming laptop that I have. With DDR4, I made sure the frequencies are the exact same. Where's the RAM? Oh, it's wrapped up in this thing here. Here it is. So yes, this is what it looks like. It's just a casual DDR4 RAM. As you can see right here, 160 pins, which is how much my laptop has. So yes, I'll be getting that done soon. Hopefully it fits in there, because usually it has difficulties fitting in. Okay, moving on to the other thing. Let's turn all this off. Okay. Okay. That is unplugged. Let's put all this stuff away. And I'm going to actually do this on video. Because I don't just dump everything in there. No, I have to do it carefully. Whenever you're getting a computer, is the hard drive warm? What kind of warm? It probably means it was doing a lot of work. Now, of course, this has been formatted. There's nothing on there. I'm going to be using it. Of course, I'm going to get the hard drive of my sister, because my sister actually has the hard drive for the Pentium 4 computer. The max data computer. Okay, let's drain the power on this. Okay, good. Now we can unplug all of these things. Oh no, don't fall off. Let's take the CPU fan off. Let's put this thing in first. Okay. Oh no. We dropped a screw. There. We get this. Put it in. It's been a bit of a long time since I did a technology video. Apart from the destroying the computer case. There were quite a lot of people from my school that thought they actually destroyed the computer because of the case. And I told them if they believe that, they just shouldn't buy anything off of online. Because, like, what's going to happen is that they're going to buy something like a computer case. It turns out there's actually nothing inside. But they'll make sure that does not happen. And why won't this thing come off? Okay, don't want to break the motherboard because this computer is quite important to be not broken. Okay, that's off. So I need to get this thing off over here. And there it is. Okay, we've got the SATA connector. So this was reading nothing, because it's formatted. Of course it's not going to read anything. It would be interesting if it decided to boot. But I know it wouldn't. I don't know where the floppy connector is, but I don't have any floppies anyway. Unless I have to install Windows XP from a floppy disk to that other computer in case my sister denies the hard drive thing. Oh, no. There we go. You can kind of hear shaking in this one. this one here, nothing. So I think something's loose inside this, but of course it's used, or has been dropped, maybe. But yeah. It's probably the read-write head in its park position. It still shouldn't do that, because like a small shake can cause a head crash. Ugh. Okay, CD drive, CD-ROM, or it's a DVD-ROM. And yeah, get all these IDE cables off here. Another thing to note is that this thing right here says directly that it's slave, which means it's going to be the secondary or something. Now there's a primary slave, the secondary, and a secondary slave. Now the secondary slave will be the really last thing that the computer would ever boot from. Usually they are used as storage devices. The primary first will be always the first thing that the BIOS will check if there's any boot devices on there. And the reason why some of the CDs don't work, so I have to go into the BIOS, and that's if I do have to get anything off get anything to a floppy drive, or boot from a floppy drive, I have to go into the BIOS and set the floppy drive to primary, because you can do that in the BIOS. I've done it before. However, I didn't have any. The CD that I used was a copy, so I guess that's why it did not work. So this is like this. Yeah, this is the power supply right here. You can see quite some things in there. You can smell frying dust on these, because like there was times where this was turned on for a week non-stop. So yeah, that's a 24/7 there, and it did it. It's done it. It got really warm, but it's done it. So that's there. There's no point of taking the graphics card out. There's no point of taking the RAM out. There's a point to getting the fan out, because like there's like a slope thing that I'll be doing. I'll be showing you. I'll be putting it into this box right here. This has the things like the I/O shield, the system fans that don't work. Here's a really old CPU fan. But of course I'll be putting these in here. I'll be duct taping with these screws down, because I don't want them just falling out randomly and getting lost. So we'll do that right now. And I suggest this always when someone takes a computer apart, so just do this. Okay. There. Let's get this other IDE cable off here. Okay. Bend it up like this. Then you just do this. Like that, just hold it together. That's a strategy that I use to keep these in one. Okay, I think this won't come off like that. Let's just do this, it'll still do it. It'll be weaker, but it will still do it. Okay, any more IDE cables? Oh no, the fans collapsed. Oh well, I guess now they take a bit less space. Okay, what else? Oh yes, tying the power supply cables together. Taking this off. Probably also going to be taping this to the collection. Maybe actually I'm going to leave this on here because I'll need it later anyway. I need a bit of a long tape for this. There we go, everything is nice and tidied. We can take the adapter off this. Let's get the hard drives, neat, okay. Let's get the CD drives and put them into the box. And put them in like a triangle shape. Let me show you this. It's like this, so that they make like a slope. I'm going to show you with the graphics card right now that, let me flip it around, this whole thing. It's like this. Is that when I put the graphics card in, let me actually get all this stuff out of the way like this. Put all this stuff around here, but it takes even less space. I'm going to grab this, I'm going to put it onto here, and then I put it in like this. So just gently just lay it down in here. Holding it by the CPU heatsink, making sure not to scrape any motherboard, undersides of the motherboard, because then these little solder pins will come off, and then the computer won't get a signal, or it short circuits, or it grounds. There we go. And now we can set the IDE cables in here. First, let's put the hard drives in here. They're not in the way anymore. Oh yes. Do this in a triangle, and I need to check on this every now and then, making sure there's no spiders living inside this, because that's the next thing. They might find a way into the hard drive and just basically destroy the platters. Those are the small spiders, because I have seen videos on YouTube which that happened to. Okay, and the way they found out is the computer just stopped booting or started slowing down. So yes, and then when they opened the hard drive, they found webs in there and a spider. So the graphics card I'll be taking back because I can't use this. I can't. Let's see if it's good into the other motherboard, because if that's the case, I might just boot this one. See, is it good into this? Nope, it's not good into that one either. Okay. So I'll be taking this back. Let me put this thing back in there. And yeah, let's move on to the laptop. I'm here, and it's time that we upgrade my gaming laptop. Yes. Let's see what this thing, I already took the screws out because I don't want. Okay, I think it would be easier if we flip it around and do it like this. There it is. Okay. And the reason why I don't leave the screws on is because this thing gets really dusty really frequently, so that's why I don't have it screwed on, because like a week later it's going to get really filled up with dust. So I'm just going to clean this off here, that there, and clean a little bit off the fans as well. Okay. Let's blow into the fans. Watch this part here, let me show you. This part here, I'm going to blow into it. Okay. We kind of can see it. These little dust spots. Of course, we can now just easily just wipe it out. Okay. So the next thing that we will do is disconnect the power from the battery. We don't want anything to be fried. I don't want to die. There we go. Now the computer should not be able to turn on. Let's drain the things. Okay, it's drained. Nice. Let's take the RAM cover off. There we go. So there's the RAM thing. Let's get my RAM module. Here it is. And you can see, let's see if it fits in. Well, it definitely fits in. Okay, there we go. It's the same megahertz, same everything. Hopefully it will work now. Okay. Okay, we need to connect the power up. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this thing over here would boot. First, let's put this thing on in case it's some kind of contact thing. Okay, there we go. Let's put the cover onto here. Just a bit, because we're not going to leave it on like that forever. Let's see, what will it do? Okay. Ah, it's booting. Okay. Thought Intel Obtain was supposed to boot the thing, but I guess it just kind of resets, kind of forgotten everything, because it can work as a RAM, or can work as a longest term storage. It's like, kind of like an SSD, but like, I think it just didn't expect to have a new hardware, so everything just got forgotten. I can hear the hard drive working, so obviously it's loading. Right now we should have 8 GB of RAM altogether. So we'll just be back when it loads in. Ah, would you look at this? It's booted into Windows. Okay, let's see. Of course the PowerShell thing opened, because, well, it's a new thing, a new hardware. Let's just get the task manager up, performance. Oh, come on. Everything is so slow right now. Oh yeah, because it's the Steam update, of course. It should probably connect to the internet. Okay, let's see. Ah, there we go. 8 gigs of RAM. If you can see that. So yes. 8 GB of RAM, it's working. I'm happy. That's pretty good. Obviously, I didn't expect it to work this well. Of course, it's the same 2400 megahertz. I made sure that it is. Now, on RAM, if you're getting one for your computer, it won't say megahertz, it will just have a T after it. So we have a 4-digit number, which would usually be, or like, it might not be 4-digit. If you have like an older computer, it might be much lower megahertz, but like, it would recognize it like that. Let's connect to the let's connect to my Wi-Fi. Okay, my favorite software on this whole thing. Anything else is open? Yes. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's run. Before I got 1014. Let's see what I will get now. Well, it's definitely doing it faster than I remember. This is the kind of thing that can make this thing really overheat. Yeah, I should have done this. That's much faster. There we go. Alright, let's plug it in. Because that usually also helps. Or it should help. Oh no. There. Let's see if that helps it. It's really slowing down on this part here. It usually slows down. I think it's because of each of those little texture changings on the cushions and stuff. It's getting warm. Of course, you see all those other ones are going really fast. Whoa, it stormed down that one. Okay. It's 1008. I think what happened is that everything was loading in the background while I was doing it. So let's do it again. Hopefully this time it's faster. But it's really close to its previous thing. Okay, what is it doing? No, don't do that. I'm still here. Let's plug the mouse in. What is going on? Hello? I'm doing it. Okay, I don't know what's happened. I went to sleep? Don't do that. I think it's a bit tired. I've been doing a lot of editing. Yeah, I went to sleep for some reason. I think when I bent the thing, I think it activated some mechanism that just makes it go to sleep. Maybe I like touched the magnet, or I interfered with the magnet that, like, there's probably like a magnet in here, and when you close it down, detects it, and then the laptop goes to sleep, because it's like, well, we've been closed, we don't need to be used right now. Let's go into power efficiency mode. That's probably how that works. Okay, so before it was 1014, now it is 1078. 1078. So the conclusion is, RAM doesn't really do anything in terms of processor speed. I think it just helps with multitasking, and so there's the cores. Now there has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and 1 core can work on something. So yes, or 2 cores with 4 gigs of RAM could work on 2 things. Or like 2 things can be open. So yes, and the fastest processor would be the Intel Xeon Platinum 8168. Yeah, it's 2.7 gigahertz. Okay, that's a server processor, definitely. But it has 48 cores. Wow, that's quite a lot of cores. Okay, you've seen that. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Bye.